Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Philo. Welcome to Philo. Here I am. My name's Amber. I am drawing Philo today, but I also have special guest artist Kay. Is also going to be drawing Philo today. Kay Kirscht is a good friend of the show and used to do Philo on MTM way back many moons past. And then, of course, we also have, we just lost Robin.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there she is. Phew. Okay. Yeah, because I tried to click on her and it brought up the wrong one. And so yes, so we have Robin. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
And the three of us are going to be drawing Philo again today. I do not have a cat and cat cam yet. This is where we left off last week, but we also have Kay on on her own screen, so she's going to be drawing with us today. I'm going to do quick recap for our sakes, and so I'll do it like this, where let me grab this. Where we left off is the eclipse gave Phyla like superpowers, and she made a giant beaver army, trapped the insurrectionists, and then everybody escapes from Oubliette. Meow escapes. He goes through the woods. He runs into the dam that the giant beavers built, and he's trying to figure out what he's going to do. They spot him in the tree line. And then what happens from there is our group comes across. Hi, Jeremy. Our group comes across everybody, and like they end up in the middle of the fight. And then, to everyone's surprise, Meow channels his chi in preparation of battle. And so I think that our guests should probably start today. And what happens after Meow channels his chi? Hi, Cat's Tree. It's nice to see you.
Hi, Jeremy.
Yeah. So what happens after he channels his chi? Is he going to fight the giant beavers?
Yes, I think he should fight the giant beavers.
You think he should fight the giant beavers? I don't know. Maybe his chi does something that we don't expect.
Hi, Namaroth. That's my brother, so that would be also Caitlin and Angel as well.
Oh, good. Hi, Caitlin and Angel and brother.
Brother Kyle.
Yeah. Hi, Namaroth. Okay. Do you want to start, Kay, or do you want me to start?
I could start.
Okay, so if they are ready to fight, then I guess Meow fights the beavers. I guess
this episode is going to be so excellent because also my friends Ginny and Megan have arrived.
Oh, hi, Megan and Ginny.
And they're both very literary, so they better contribute at least something.
At least something. So yes, so we're gonna have the giant beavers attacking, or is Meow attacking them?
Meow is
no, I think he's attacking them. I think he takes them by surprise. I don't think they expect him to be so aggressive and in their face.
Now, Kay wasn't here last show, but we were discussing bumbling bureaucrat secret ninja for Meow. You know, is that like he can't get through the woods, but he has like martial arts powers. Cat Tree says, I don't know what is happening, but yeah, fuck those beavers, I guess.
we should mention that we can say some things and we can talk about certain things, but there are two 10-year-olds watching.
Yes. And 10-year-olds should know that there are sometimes words and there are adult words and stuff like that. But
for sure. So I'm just saying, let's not go too overboard.
I tend to I tend to use profanity once in a while. So if I let it slip, I apologize. I will try and be on my best behavior.
My brother and I came from a military family, and my dad can swear in full paragraphs. So yes. We're not shy of swearing in our house. But
yes, my dad was in the Navy, so very similar as well. Jeremy says he's finishing up a video essay at the moment, and Magic Marvin says, "Gosh darn it,
gold darn it." You know, my favorite swear, my Christian friend used to say all the time, and I still say it, and people are always like, "What?" But it's so good. He used to always say, "Boogers on toast."
Boogers on toast.
Yeah, that was his swear word. boogers on toast. It really is quite effective.
Well, I mean, it's an expletive without actually being an expletive, you know?
Yes.
But they've done studies that have proven that when you swear, you can take on more pain than when you don't swear.
That's
right?
interesting.
Yeah.
Does it like release certain endorphins or something?
Well, here's what's really interesting about it is that swearing and then language are actually in two different parts of the brain, right?
No way.
Yeah, so swearing is like a reactionary thing that you do, but language is obviously something that you have to think out, right? And I mean, there's crossover between them because you'll say, you know, I'm gonna F in this, or you know, that bitch, or whatever. But you know, when you stub your toe and you go, right? You know, that's that reactionary part of your brain.
That's
right?
interesting.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
Article on it. Okay, so what happens after Meow attacks these beavers?
I know, and I gotta say, Kay has drawn an excellent beaver tail. I don't want to belabor a specific point, but that is an excellent beaver tail.
I decided to go one-on-one rather than have an army attack. Yeah, just concentrate, center on the lead beaver.
So this is this satisfies your beaver tail design aesthetic.
Yes, my Canadian aesthetic was completely offended by your beaver tail weaknesses.
I'm glad that I was able to satisfy by bringing on somebody who's more capable than myself.
Clearly, she's done a little research on the creature. I'm just kidding. I'm totally joking.
So if he's attacking, and Kate, do you mind writing on the bottom that Meow attacks the beavers? You know, I don't.
We should also put Meow attacks the giant beavers.
The giant beavers, because they are giant.
Hey, I want to know what the video essay Jeremy's working on. And what are Caitlin and Angel doing right now?
Yeah, Catherine, magic
and do you remember last episode I was talking about arthritis in my hands and I was told to get a squeeze ball? Yeah. This is the squeeze ball I got. It's this chunky hamster that when you squeeze, like his cheeks come out.
Wait, let me see him.
I'm trying to make it's not working. Why won't it work? Okay, well the back of his head is full.
Well, did you like pop him or something?
No, there's his belly.
Okay.
But yeah, so I got him to squish him.
Nice.
Also, hopefully, your friends come online. Tip and
Okay.
All right, so Meow attacks the giant beavers. I'm thinking for my panel, what happens, guys, after Meow attacks the giant beavers?
Your panel should be like the rest of them, like Philo and Bluto and all them.
Yeah, because they're in the middle. So what's going on with our cast? Jeremy, help me. Magic Marmot.
There, if you do a close-up, I can show you the hamster with the goofy cheek.
Oh, there he is. He has one goofy cheek.
I squished it out.
Yeah, here, wait. Yeah, I'm going to put you on the big screen. There you are.
There.
Nice.
Anyways. Okay. So I got that for the arthritis of the fingers, hoping that'll make it better.
When I got tendonitis and carpal tunnel really bad from like just drawing too much, my doctor gave me steroid cream and then a series of backgammon exercises for people who played backgammon competitively. Right. And because it's repetitive stress injuries, this guy like came up with this series of hand exercises. So then that way you don't have those injuries. And like I do them all the time. They're awesome. Yeah. So Meow attacks the giant beavers. What happens with our group? What happens with our team?
Well, all of a sudden all our people are quiet. They all came on and said hi and then they disappeared.
know. They don't want to participate. Let's see. Okay, fine. I will think of something.
All right. Well, Meow is angry, and he's rock'em sock'eming. Is he successful or does he fail? Let's roll the dice.
Wait. Okay. If they're giant beavers, would the Kaiju Council be involved? Oh, I'm thinking they're just stunned, says Magic Marmot. So,
well, here's the thing, though. But kaijus are like god monster, giant monster things, right? Whereas the beavers are just giant animals. Does it count as a kaiju?
Well, Mothra is a giant animal. He's a giant moth.
Yeah, but Godzilla and all the other ones are not. They're like monster creature reptile amalgams.
Okay, so we're gonna have.
But I think that's a really good idea because it's a callback to past episodes, and I actually think the Kaiju Council should show up again.
Well, that's just it. Is
make
like,
it consistent.
I mean, Philo is also giant. Does she count as a kaiju?
That's right, Jinia. A kaiju is a Japanese monster like Godzilla or the ones from Pacific Rim.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah, exactly. Mostly Toho films. Think Godzilla. Think.
Can you define
Mothra?
Toho? Is that just
Toho
like
film.
giant?
Toho
Is that
film.
like the people, the production company is Toho?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are the ones that created Godzilla, and they have been making monster movies since forever. And so
I think since the 50s, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
forever.
So I'm putting in the link the Wikipedia article for just a list of Toho films. And so you'll look on that and you'll be like, oh, okay, I totally get this. You know, it's they actually were making stuff all the way from 1935.
Oh, 35. Wow. So in the story, just to clarify, because some people here are new, is our characters earlier on in some pages, Jeepers, I guess last month, they amalgamated into one giant monster, and then all of a sudden the kaiju court, sorry?
Called the Centigod.
That's right, because it was like a centipede. They were all connected. Yes. And the kaiju court, which dictates the rules and regulations and how you're supposed to behave as a proper registered kaiju, showed up and took the Centigod to court. Because he was a new kaiju and he didn't know what he was doing, he had to defend himself.
Well, he destroyed government buildings.
Yes.
Yes, and so, you know, and then people were all mad that their buildings were destroyed.
And Godzilla came and kind of ratted him out to the court.
Yeah, but then when they stopped being a kaiju, when they separated,
no wait, didn't Godzilla's son save the day and get them off?
No. When they separated, the kaiju court disbanded because they're like, Godzilla, you wasted our time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so that's why I think it might be interesting to have the kaiju court come back.
Yes, I agree.
And so, which means I have to draw Mothra again, and I have to draw King Kong, and then who was the last one? Gamera?
Yes. But also Godzilla's kid was the lawyer. I remember that.
Yeah. So I guess I'll just reference my old pages.
Now, Magic Marmot says the Kaiju Council shows up and there's an argument about whether the giant beavers are kaiju. And that's a good point.
Kaiju. Ooh. Yeah, I love panel. Are you almost done?
I'm pretty much done.
Okay, do you want to take on the next panel then, which is the Kaiju Council shows up and there's an argument about whether the giant beavers are kaiju?
Okay. let me
So the way that we did it last time is we did the monsters, but we made sure they all had like black judicial robes.
Yeah, and so I drew Godzilla was the prosecution, and it was
Gamera is full of meat.
Yes, it was Gamera, it was King Kong, and then it was oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the third one. Mothra were the three on the Kaiju Council, the tribunal of kaiju. Hi, Micromastrophobia. And then Jeremy says, and Mr. Sensitor 3000 joke. Yes, definitely, because Gamera's full of meat. He's really needy. He's made of turtle meat.
I think most of the people here really like Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Yeah.
In fact, I watched that show with my friend who used to say boogers on toast because we were like weirdly obsessed with Ren and Stimpy, and then it was off the air. We didn't have really anything to watch, and that's when we discovered Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was something that I discovered later when I was in Minneapolis because it's so big because it started there.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it was something that like I didn't really know about because I didn't grow up with cable. And so it was on like Comedy Central and stuff. But I came to it later, but I appreciate it now. And I love riff tracks too.
Well, now it's gone even further than you could ever imagine.
Jeremy, you're not the only one who watches that show every day on Pluto. I also watch the Riff Tracks show, the Riff Tracks channel too. The Mystery Science Theater 3000 had Mitchell today. Mitchell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
It's a movie starring, oh gosh, I'm trying to think of his name, but he eventually became a U.S. senator, but he was still like an actor.
Oh, Jesse Ventura?
No, it wasn't Jesse Ventura. It's a different guy.
Schwarzenegger.
Joe Don Baker. Yeah.
Joe, I don't know who that is.
He became a senator?
He's an actor. Yeah, he was a U.S. senator for a while. You know, it's interesting how much crossover there's been between our politics and our entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I drawing?
Reagan.
Okay, when you're drawing,
Reagan. Reagan.
Here, we'll go to you real quick. What you're drawing is the kaiju count arguing whether or not the beaver they're kaiju. And so, like I said, I recommend writing that down first so you can always reference it while you're drawing.
Oh, okay.
Hey, is there a way you can like show her the past panels of the kaiju court?
Yes, I can.
So she can get like an idea of where we were to know where we're going?
Yeah, give me a second. I will I gotta find said past panels.
Hollywood for ugly people. Oh, that's a very interesting point. Micromastophobia.
Okay.
There's a
bring
reason
it
they
up
call
here.
it politics in Hollywood for ugly people, yeah. So let me go to the Kaiju Council. This is way back. So here's Godzilla, and he whips out the Kaiju Union rules, right?
Mhm.
And then Kaiju brings Godzilla brings Philo to in front of the Kaiju Tribunal. And so they're back here. That's Gamera, and then Mothra, and then King Kong. There's a trial, right? And then Centagod's defense lawyer.
It's fun to say micromastophobia.
He busts through the door, and then Manila, that's the name of the guy, and Godzilla have their opening statements. But then outside there's an ice cream truck, and the music splits Centagod apart because he's still hungry. Did they eat at the ball? I don't know. Are they still hungry? Anyway, the tribunal is mad at
I know they drank at the ball because it caused them to get dizzy and pass out.
Yeah, well, I mean, on empty stomachs, too. The tribunal is mad at Godzilla for wasting everyone's time. So that's the last of the tribunal. And I realize I'm doing this way up here in the tiny little panel. I should have done it. I should have done it on the big screen. So, yeah, so this is the... This is that. What I'll do is Kay, I'm gonna put this page in chat, and so it is the page with the Kaiju Council if you want to reference it. If you want to put it like on a different part.
Fast. Okay. All right. Okay.
Amber,
yes.
Jeremy says something about John Baker not doing senator work. I don't know anything about either of these two people, though. I've never heard of them.
Fred Thompson. Yes, Fred Thompson. That's who it was. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, Fred Thompson. Well, that just shows you, like, how bad I am at names of, like...
Who's Fred Thompson? How do I not know these people? Is this, like, the 50s?
No, recent. Did you ever watch Law and Order?
Yeah.
Fred Thompson played one of the prosecutors. He was the big, fat, bald guy with the gray hair. I don't know if you know that.
Let's see. I'll look him up on my laptop.
You can just call me Micro. I'm sorry, Micro. I keep forgetting.
But here's the thing. I like saying micromastophobia. It's fun.
It does
fun
roll
word
off
to
the
say.
tongue. Yeah. Let's see. I'm just gonna have them like dumbstruck, you know. And I guess Bluto is still in
Puma form.
Yeah, Puma form. So,
oh, that dude. He was a senator?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lobbyist and a radio personality.
Yep. Actor as well, and yeah. Thinking about it, Bluto is looking more and more cat-like and less Puma-like all the time.
We can't help but make him cute. Sorry, Bluto.
Yeah. And I'm even having like the dog having a moment here. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna have the dog having a moment here. And I think dog's gonna be like cowering down. And then cat's gonna be standing on dog.
This dude is dead. Fred Thompson's dead.
Yeah, he died a long time ago.
2015.
Yep. That would count as a long time ago.
Doesn't seem like that long ago.
Well.
Oh my god. So at my job, I work with literal 15-year-olds.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember. I was like, what year was I 15? And then I couldn't stop laughing when I realized it was like 1989.
1989, I was 6 years old.
Yep. 1989, I was 14 going on 15.
14 going on 15.
Yeah, I am 14. These kids, man, they're just babies. One girl, she's like, I'm not a baby. I'm like, you're 18. I'm almost half a century. You are a baby. You're only 5.
So you can tell a really good story. Hi,
Hi, Jania. Megan.
In 1989, I was not even born yet. Yeah. There's a very real thing in cinema when you watch something as a kid and it makes a certain sense to you, right? And then you watch that same thing as an adult and you see it totally different, right? And so when I was a kid, I thought Ariel was so mature in The Little Mermaid when I was like 5. And then, as an adult, I'm watching it and I'm going, girl, you only 15. You do not need to go with that. You don't even know this guy. I'm like totally on Triton's side.
Well, there's a female playwright in Canada named Anne Marie MacDonald. And she did this amazing play called Good Night, Desdemona, Good Morning, Juliet.
Yeah.
And it's all about, like, if you actually read Romeo and Juliet, Romeo is, like, always falling in love with these girls, like, every week or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're just, like, 13, 14 years old. It's, like, their first love, but it's, like, they're gonna die over it.
Yeah, the priest lays that out to him when Romeo says, hey, will you marry us? He's asking the priest, right? The priest is like, no, you were with this chick. You were with this chick. You were with Rosalind, right? And he's like, and there thou art happy, right? And he's like, but you're not happy. You're not happy with anything. And what does this chick make different, right?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Jeremy says, growing up, there are episodes of Tailspin that are still relevant today. Excellent. Yes. Yes, I love Tailspin, except for the one where they totally did the racial stereotypes for the pandas that lived in the floating city. Like that episode, they don't even.
She said hi. It said Memory at the beginning of our podcast.
Oh, did I not say hi?
No, it's my brother's saying nothing's happening on their screen, but they said hi at the beginning of the podcast. But nothing. They're not seeing anything.
Maybe refresh.
Okay.
I'm on Chrome. That's what I have to do on my phone to do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Wait. Here, let me do this. There, because we got cat cam now too.
Oh my goodness, so many screens.
So many
Is that
screens.
Archimedes?
That is Archimedes. I'll put him in the big window just for a second because he's being awesome. And then
he's doing the squinty eye thing. So
cute. And then Kaiju Council has to decide if giant beavers are kaiju. So there they are arguing. What happens?
Oh no, now I need to find out why an episode of Tailspin was banned.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
Last Horizons was banned and was one of the worst episodes.
What episode?
Yeah, banned on Disney
of
Plus for good reason. Exactly.
was-
I have the DVD, so I have that. I actually have a copy of Song of the South, not because I believe in it or anything, but
Whoa.
because I think it's important to
Yeah, it's
have
historical.
history and for Disney not to duck the fact that they did that. Right? And it's like there's proof that had happened. So when Disney's like, "Oh, we were always good," it's like, "No, you aren't." No,
Stop whitewashing your past.
Yeah, exactly. Like Sunflower was a character in the original Fantasia, and so now when they show the centaurs, they zoom in on the centaurs. They repeat a lot of scenes that were animated, and the timing's a little off because they literally edited out this character because she was a terrible black stereotype.
Oh yes, I've seen her.
And she was mending to the tails and the hair of the other centaur women as a servant, and
Yeah.
you know, had like, I think she had like bones in her hair and stuff. It was awful.
She did.
And so Disney pretends that never happened. Just kidding. You know, it's like Splash Mountain was based on Song of the South, right? But you know, he wasn't trapped in this terrible, you know, child baby made of like tar and dirt and stuff. No, he's trapped in honey. You know, it's awful the way that they tried to whitewash things. Let's see.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
freaking Lucas did it first with his Spielberg.
Yeah.
Spielberg did it first when he put the guns. He erased the guns on E.T.
Yeah, he did. He put him walkie-talkies in instead. Yeah,
and you know,
like,
it bugs me because comic book artists do it too. And I mean, like, it doesn't bother me that they want to redo their work. I can understand when they look at something and they go, "Oh, it's cringy. If I could just fix that, I get it." Yeah. But it's really frustrating because then what they end up doing is they do end up fixing it, and then they re-release it, and then you have to buy like a fourth version of something you've bought like 4 times already.
Yeah. So what happens after the Kaiju Council? He eventually puts the guns back.
Right, I think it's Amber's turn to draw, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's great.
Is. That's why I'm trying to figure out what happens after the Kaiju Council.
Kaiju! The beavers are probably like, screw this. We don't have to obey you. We're from another planet. But they're like, we bend space, time, and reality!
Well, okay, now, is Philo a kaiju?
Micro, you're right. I didn't realize you put the guns back in, Jeremy. That's interesting.
Our group trying to escape. Yes, our group trying to escape.
We should probably focus on our group at some point.
Okay,
I agree.
So, they can't send to God because Otis isn't there. So they can't send to God to do it. I imagine that they would try to talk to the kaiju, but the kaiju don't even register them because they're kaiju, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they should escape during the argument. Okay, so our group escapes during the argument.
How will they escape? Will Otis turn into a portal again and zap them somewhere else?
There. Otis is back with the Willendorfs.
We've got to get them back together. We've got to get Otis back with his crew.
They escape
I think number 1.
Otis. There. We have combined ideas. Okay, so they escape to rescue Otis / Badon. Because
yeah, we talked about Badon at all.
Not much, but I'm saying Otis / Badon to just remind us that they're the same person.
Oh, Dale's here.
Hi, Dale.
I can show Dale my squirrel, my chipmunk, my hamster.
Yeah, elder care stuff. That I understand that. I get that. Okay, I'm gonna come up here, and then they escape to rescue Otis / Badon. Let's come down here. And...
Yeah, I took your advice about a squeeze ball, and I got this hamster that like squeezes out its chonky cheeks.
Okay, and so we'll have
chonky belly.
We'll have Philo here, and he's gonna be like, yeah, let's go that way, right? And he's gonna be like, we gotta rescue Otis.
Yes, Mothra's in the council, but I guess Mothra didn't get drawn.
Well,
No room.
No room. No room at the end
Pluto
for
in
the kaiju.
Yeah.
Too many giant kaijus.
Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do this, and then there's that. Maybe we should have Kay draw on the next panel too, or do you want to take a break, Kay?
I can draw it in a minute. I need to rest me hand.
Jeremy says
So-
I was going to suggest the council can save Mothra.
I don't think Mothra needs saving.
Yeah, I mean, Mothra's not in trouble, right? It's Otis that's in trouble. So we'll have this. We'll have them like.
I'm reading about the fact that there are actually 2 episodes of Tailspin that have been banned.
Oh, what's the second one? Interesting.
It's called Flying Dupes. Baloo is tasked with delivering a package to a Thermian leader, but unbeknownst to him, the item is actually a bomb. They have decided the episode had too much of a terrorist theme and removed it from syndication, airing it only once after its initial broadcast.
Oh, interesting. I have DVDs of it. I wonder.
Yeah,
if I
Jeremy
have
knows
on
it. He
DVD.
just said it.
Yeah, Flying Dupes. Huh, interesting. Yeah.
Thembria. Someone is a Tailspin aficionado. This is awesome.
Hey, Tailspin was basically what Curse of Monkey Island meets the Jungle Book, and I loved how Shere Khan had the jungle in his office. You know, like you would walk in and there was like this little jungle there, and I always imagined as a kid that like when no one was there, he'd take off his outfit and he'd like crawl through the jungle like a cat, because it's in his office and he could do whatever he wanted.
Shere Khan is pretty cool.
Yeah, Flying Pig.
Did you watch the Jungle Book that Jon Favreau did, the live action one? It really blew me away.
No, I didn't see that one.
I was very impressed with it. It was like exciting and scary and impressive. Really impressive all at once.
Did they do the original ending where Mowgli burns the village because they reject him?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
That's the Jungle Book I want to see a movie of.
Whoa, that's some revenge there, Mowgli.
No. Well, I mean, the thing is Rudyard Kipling, when he wrote it, was or is it Rudyard Kipling? I'm pretty sure
Rudyard Kipling. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But when he wrote it, he did not. He had very British ideas about colonized civilizations, right? He didn't believe in them as like superior beings or anything like that. He thought, the British race was the superior race and blah blah blah, and all this other crap, right?
Yeah.
But the Jungle Book is not about that. The Jungle Book is about what happens when you take the man out of man and you replace it with animal. And so it's like, there's no white characters in the Jungle Book. It's either animals or it's the, Indian people that with the villages and stuff like that. And so while you have to look at it and understand it's through the lens of a British guy who did not appreciate or respect the subject that he's doing, it's still a very interesting story. And
for sure.
Yeah. And so
hey, my brother says Flying Pig.
Yes, I saw Flying Pig. I saw that.
So I think we should add a Flying Pig somewhere in the story, because that's a contribution.
Okay, yes, we can do that. And then
hey, maybe they find a stable of flying pigs and they use the flying pigs to get to Dapadan.
Okay, I can do that. Surprisingly, the episode had a commentary on war profiteers and how countries capitalized on acts of terrorism to profit from war. I once took a virtual class with Jim Megan. He shared how Tailspin came to be back in the late 80s when he was at DTVA. It's a take on When Pigs Fly. I like it. Yeah. So we're gonna do this, and then so I guess we're gonna have Godzilla back here. Is Godzilla?
So I just want to clarify, Jim McGaughan is the guy who created Tailspin?
Let's see. It
was Caitlin's idea with the flying pig. Well, we're gonna add a whole bunch. Oh, it's not me. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, Caitlin, we're gonna have a whole stable of flying pigs.
Okay, so we're gonna have
Cool. Thanks for the lesson, Jeremy, about tailspin. That's kind of exciting.
I love history. Okay.
Inflated with methane. Yes. Yes, the pigs are inflated with methane. They got the methane from the cows.
Oh my gosh.
Of course he got his start on Gummy Bears. Gummy Bears looks exactly like Tailspin. Okay, girl, see you later.
I'm not a fan of Bing. And I switched over to Edge per Micro's recommendation, by the way, because it does run very smoothly and stuff like that. But I hate that you can't have Google as your home search. And so, is it Gamera? With an E, right? Gamera? Yeah, there's Gamera. There. I got him now. Excellent. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got him now. Awesome. I have to look up reference for Gamera. I don't know why.
It makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. But yeah, this is what I've done is I've created for myself a situation where I have to look up reference for kaiju. And we'll have the beavers over here checking stuff out. We'll have the beaver with the beard.
Oh, we forgot about the beard. Oh my god, how could we forget that part of the story? It was so awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna have him there, and then I'll draw the wings of Mothra, so we know Mothra's there. Maybe Mothra is just off camera, and they're gonna be like arguing and stuff like that. So I
love Mothra's wings. They're so beautiful.
So then we were saying, yes, but how do the pigs fly? Wings, they're inflated with methane, telekinesis. Jim Megan got a start on Disney Gummy Bears. Oh, I love Gummy Bears. Co-producing that. We are headed out, Robin. We enjoy this lot, Janine. Oh, thank you, Jamie. And then, I haven't even gotten into the actual processes of how the show came to be. Yeah, it's wild. So I guess... Kay, I guess you're gonna draw them running across inflatable pigs that they're gonna take to try and save Don. That's what's happening in this panel. So again, I recommend writing it out first so that you don't forget, because that's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
That's a lot.
Okay. No.
You got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Here, I'll go back here while you're typing that out. And then I'll start on some of the this. Oh, wait. Are you labeling them panel 2, panel 4?
No, I'm not.
We can go back and do that though, right?
Naming them, but I haven't put the number in front of them.
Yeah, if you could number them, that'd be great. And I don't remember, did I do panel 1 or did you do panel 1?
She did panel 1.
Okay, so I have panel 2, panel 4. Okay. So you panel 1, panel 3.
No, I thought she did panel 1 and 2. She did 2 panels in a row.
Did 2 panels, but I don't think I did
she
them
didn't.
Oh, okay. My mistake.
Yeah. And so this is
what was this panel that I'm drawing now?
That is panel 5.
Got it.
You're welcome.
Okay, hey, it's good thing someone's paying attention. Hey, we need to ask Caitlin. Caitlin, how do the pigs fly? Do they have? They must have angel wings.
Well, Jeremy,
that's the thing that makes me laugh.
Dale says, do flying pigs imply the existence of flying bacon and spare ribs? Are flying pigs raised for their gravity-defying ham? Is it a flying pork product industry? Do people ride flying ham hocks like witches ride brooms? Micro says, this is kind of neat. Hanging with you guys is helping me do my mindless editing work. And Magic Mark says, jetpacks?
I think flying pigs with jetpacks is very cool.
Flying pigs with I thought we had inflatable methane. I thought that was
No, jetpacks are better.
Jetpacks. Okay.
Jetpacks are more absurd. Oh, I fell over.
All right, so I'll draw in this panel a little bit. I'll give Kay some time to set up. And yeah.
There you go.
So now the cool thing is we are only about 40 minutes in right now, and we're already at panel 5 because Kay's helping me today. So yeah, this is nice. This is a good pace. And don't forget that Philo is still in female form. So is, I guess, Bluto is a lady puma now, and then so is the dog, I guess.
With a beard.
Yeah. Well, in puma form. But no, when I drew Bluto as a lady, Bluto didn't have a beard. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Oops.
that's okay.
Anima's beard.
Okay. We'll do that, and then let's see. Oh my gosh, let's do this. Let's have a puma there. That, and then Jeremy says Bluto is gender fluid confirmed.
Bluto is gender fluid confirmed.
Well, I mean, I think Philo is too. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, Philo.
Okay, so the flying pigs are an army on that planet. They're owned by the beavers.
Well, no, the beavers were just created. They don't own anything. They themselves are pawns in the game of life.
Damn it! I thought they were there already.
No. They were just
Then
beavers.
I guess the flying pigs are owned by the Willendorfs.
But the Willendorfs are in jail now. So then
yeah, I know, but the flying pigs are like horses. They just obey whoever hops on them.
Interesting. I didn't even consider that. So you're basically saying there's a stable of flying pigs that they run across.
I'm absolutely saying that. I said that from the beginning.
Excellent. I like this idea. I kind of like the land of Philo. It's pretty cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do this. Let me check in with Kay. Oh, I love it. Yeah, where can I get a gender fluid refill? Yeah, Philo being gender fluid is good too. Yeah, and then Magic Marmot also said Acme. Where do you find
flying pig with jetpacks? Well, we got some pigs with wings. Yeah. Maybe there's some with wings, and the ones that never grew wings get jetpacks.
So what you're saying is it's just a swine-run transportation industry.
It's a swine flying transportation industry.
Yeah, okay. I can do that. Let's see. And then we'll do this.
Who else is riding the pigs?
Yeah, flying pigs with jetpacks.
Where can I get a gender fluid refill? At the gender fluid store.
Well, obviously. So the people riding the pigs are going to be Philo in female form, the dog, and Bluto as a puma. Unless you want to transform.
That's a very clever joke.
They primarily do package delivery.
That's very clever. On the ball. That's even more clever. I made a pun and didn't plan on it.
So you're punny? Didn't even know.
I'm very punny. I'm very punny.
Okay.
I got 2 new comic books this week.
Ooh, what'd you get?
One I didn't care for, but the other one's pretty awesome. I should have, you know what? I was gonna get the Handmaid's Tale comic adaptation, and I should have. It looks so much better than what I did get. This French comic book artist, he did the Homicide: Life on the Street by David Simon.
Oh, I have that. Yeah.
It was a really good TV show. It was a great book. The comic was kind of dull.
The book was really, I like the book.
Yeah, the book is great, but the comic is a little dull. Do you have the comic?
No, I've never read the comic. No.
Yeah. So it's co-written with David Simon, but the thing is because it's a lot of content, there's a lot of repetitive pages and a lot of drawing from photos, obviously. A lot of missing eyes, a lot of, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, it feels lazy.
Dale says gender fluid would be make a good soft drink name. And Magic Marmot says, I don't want to know how it tastes. Dale says, who it the French artist?
Here, you want to put me on the big screen?
Yeah, let me do it. I'm sorry.
It's Felipe Squarzoni.
Yeah.
I think he's French, but that sounds Italian. Let me check. Here.
You got the internet right in front of you. We live in
Well, they probably talk about him in the back here. No, he's French.
Yeah. Nice.
But he does a lot of, he's done a comic about climate change. And I mean, I'm sure, like, he's won awards and stuff, but I just, like, it's lazy to me. It's so lazy when the panel is the same over and over again. There's all these shadows. Like, I know it's probably economical to him, but it's boring to me.
Yeah. Well,
especially when I got this one by Canadian cartoonist Emily Carroll, and it's 10 times better.
Yeah.
Look at Amber. Look at.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yes.
Yeah. That's pretty.
It's very pretty.
Okay, let's do this.
Actually, I should probably look at these pages since they're 10-year-olds looking. Right there. Look at this page. Amber, look.
Nice. And I was doing two things at once, and I realized I drew the beavers where I originally had Gamera, so I'm gonna have to put Gamera in the back. And
there's another cool panel.
We're arguing in the back. Dale says, cool. Dale says, thanks, Robin. We need a comic about a relentlessly sunny vampire.
Well, this comic is about two lesbian lover vampires.
As it should be.
Yep. And I think one's like a cat.
Yeah. Nice.
Haven't really read it yet.
You haven't read it yet, yeah.
Yeah, I just finished Homicide, and I'm kind of savoring this one. But the thing about Emily Carroll is her stuff is kind of gothic horror, which is very interesting. She's really talented, though. She's a very good artist. She's really good, Emily Carroll.
Yeah.
And then I went a little crazy and bought a whole bunch of poetry.
Oh, that's good. Well, yeah, I saw you post about that you haven't, been able to, read any poetry in a while.
Or even, and appreciate it. Mm-hmm. So it's really interesting. What did I read that was really powerful just now? Oh, yeah. Without looking in the dictionary, define the word monster.
Without looking in the dictionary, define the word monster. Is that a challenge for me?
Yeah, it's just it's a general.
Yeah.
Think about it. Really think about it. What do you think a monster is? What is it that quantifies a monster? No, the title. This book is really interesting. The title of this book is called "Falling Back in Love with Being Human."
Yeah. And
it's written by a Canadian trans woman who decided to write letters to people that she kind of didn't love, but
yeah.
How to explain it here?
Never allowed herself to love.
It's not romantic. That's the thing. It's let me see here. She says, have you ever wondered how human beings can be so contradictory, so cruel and depraved, yet so capable of kindness all at once? Have you ever struggled to hold on to these multiple truths, to your faith in the possibility of human goodness in the face of all the chaos and conflict that we inflict upon each other? So she's decided to write letters. This is a book of letters to dead people, to exes, to prostitutes, to Johns, love letters to weirdos, to monsters, to transphobes, to racists. Letters to everyone and everything I have ever had trouble holding in my heart. I need to know that I could love them, because that meant I could still love myself, as hopeless and lost as I had become. From the depths of my rage and despair, I needed to find my way back to love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so the other question that I thought was interesting, the thing that starts it all, where is it here? Is what happens when we imagine loving the people and the parts of ourselves that we do not believe are worthy of love?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's kind of cool. Letters to Lost Souls, this book. It's a good idea.
I'm trying to remember what I used for which brush I used for Otis.
A monster is someone who does terrible things and claims they are necessary good when they are in fact aren't. That's a very interesting definition. When I thought about it, I just thought of something terrible and scary. A monster is terrible and scary.
Well,
it scares
I was
me.
thinking, my brain was going to something duplicitous, because a true monster will look like one thing and be another, right?
Yeah.
So we got some shocking to us, right? Is that the title? Perhaps the pigs are infested by microscopic gnomes who build the technology the pigs require, and the flight is necessary for both the pigs and gnomes to mate in air. Jeremy says a monster is someone who does terrible things and claims they are necessary good when they are in fact aren't. Dale says the old definition of monster was a catch-all for extreme birth defects in humans and animals. It is an old medical term. And Jeremy says absolutely, duplicity is key. Yeah.
You think duplicity is what makes a monster? A monster can't be someone just doing horrible things?
I love that panel, by the way. Kay.
Oh.
It's an army of flying pigs. That's excellent.
Yes, I love it. Do some of them have jetpacks or do they all have wings?
They all have wings.
Yeah, we can do that. And then this is where I was before they fly away. And so I just finished this one, and again I put the tribunal in the back because I accidentally drew them backwards. But that's okay. And then what I will do is it is the next panel for me. So they are flying. Now what? Now what? So because they're flying. This is our last panel. It is panel 5 from Kay. So are they gonna reach Dot Baton? Like just thinking about it.
Well, yeah. Maybe it shows them landing, but on the other side of a wall that was around the palace where Dot Baton was,
yeah,
or is.
Let's see. I'm trying to remember what I used for Otis for his speckles. I don't remember what I used. No.
They were just black pixels. Are they really that? Is it really that hard to find?
To find the right black pixels, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I had it down here, but I don't remember. I don't remember which one it was.
Well, why don't we have a game of trial and error?
Yeah.
Start swathing them across the white screen. Let's see which one works.
Let's see. Oh, wait. Here's some of my crosshatches. Dotted crosshatch. No, these are stains. Oh my gosh, where did I put it? I don't know. Oh no. Oh, wait. Is this it? Is this the stipple? That's pretty close. I might have to just do that now. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll just have
And hope for the best.
kind of a dark stipple. Because I was doing artwork. And then I changed all my brushes because I was doing something else. And then
speaking of monsters, people used to think that in the old days that jazz musicians that smoked weed were monsters.
Yeah.
I mean, reefer madness.
Yes, and it is 420. 420.
That's why I brought it up.
Yes, the darkest of stippling. Yes. So I'll lighten it a little bit then. Okay.
And I'm gonna roll one right now.
Yes. Okay. So, what happens after pigs fly?
Well, like I said, I think in my mind, I envision like a wall, and then I see them flying over the wall and landing, and they're coming to the temple or the palace or wherever they've stored Dot Baton.
Okay. So, you're saying like they zero in on Dot Baton?
Well, yeah. Well, no, we need to show them getting there.
Yeah. They reach. I guess they reach.
Here's the thing, like,
Well, where's
Are the
Dapper
Willendorfs
Dawn?
at the palace captured? Do they know that the other Willendorfs have been captured? Because remember they're schooling Dapper Dawn and what they expect her to do?
Yes. So you're saying that there's like lots of Willendorfs rather than
Yeah,
just
it's a whole
one-
planet of Willendorfs. Then are they in communication with the other Willendorfs? Because do they know that the other ones have been jailed? So in that case, then maybe they'd be holding Dapper Dawn as hostage to get their other compatriots out of jail.
Well, I don't think the Willendorfs would be doing that because they want Dapper Dawn, right? So are you saying that?
Yeah, but they probably also want their people back.
Yeah, but it's like killing the sacrifice. You know, they were planning that
Oh,
in the
okay.
first place, right? So what I'm
Warranted
thinking,
casualties of war.
what I'm thinking is that they fly into chaos, right? And because they're going in with this plan, and then plans change, right?
So everyone's running around like a chicken with their head cut off?
Yeah, they fly into chaos. Right? And then now I have to figure out how to draw chaos. And then
3 cheers for Dusky Lotharios!
Dale says the fear of weed smoking jazz musicians was due to the fear good church going girls next door would be seduced in inappropriate relationships with the dusky Lotharios.
We should probably warn Dale that there's 10-year-olds watching.
Yes. But, you know, to be fair, he didn't say anything.
No, he hasn't said anything inappropriate.
Mama, what's Dusty?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't said anything inappropriate. I'm just saying before he says anything inappropriate, we should warn him.
So,
Lotharius.
so
New word. Okay.
okay, I'm going to have our little flying pigs, right? I guess.
Where's my jetpack pigs? I need a couple with jetpacks, please.
Well, I don't know. Kay only drew wings. I'll give you one jetpack. Okay.
Yeah, he's like Rudolph. He's the one pig that never grew wings, but he didn't want to be left behind from his friends, so... Yes, there are 2 10-year-olds in the stream today. They're my nieces.
Yes. So
My step-nieces, my nieces-in-laws, my nieces.
let's see. So yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll have them like wings.
I don't think a pig.
They are the ones that came up with the flying pigs, the 10-year-olds.
So, okay, so what I'm going to do so that Kay kind of knows what she's walking into is I'm going to have them fly back to the O-shaped castle,
Right?
Mhm.
okay? And then I think I'm going to have it on fire. And and like, you know, just people running around, you know, cuz it's chaos, right? And we don't know what's happening. They discover it as we do because the audience.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I love this angle of them flying in the mountains.
Yes,
That looks good.
Mhm.
Yeah, so they're flying in, and then we're gonna have, you know, like it's on fire, right? We're gonna have like burning stuff. I'm gonna use the rubble brush, right? We're gonna have the rubble brush, and then yeah, and they're flying in. Okay, so Kay, it is up to you to figure out what the chaos is for yours. And then we have them talking to us, Monster Flying. There are 10-year-olds in the stream, and definitely keep a CW for the younger audiences. Dale says for all the 10-year-olds in the stream, poop. Yes.
They're probably downstairs giggling now, Dale. Way to go. Giggle,
Yeah.
giggle.
How dare you become popular with the younger generation?
The Willendorfs
Yeah. So yeah.
use their brain power to send all of the porta potties aloft.
Porta potties.
And
Porta
they-
potties?
They poop all over, and the place is flaming too. Maybe they set the porta potties on fire and levitated all the porta potties.
And just a reminder, Kay,
Floating everywhere.
just a reminder, Kay, you are drawing panel 7. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
She just wants to
You
draw
like the
flaming rectangles.
Flaming rectangle. Any excuse.
Any excuse to draw
Yeah.
flaming rectangles. Yeah, let me figure out how to draw this O-shaped thing here, and then Kay, are you starting to draw?
Fortnite.
No, I'm trying to-
Minecraft.
Fortnite, Minecraft.
We're just old people shooting out appropriate lingo.
Yeah, all I have the image in my mind is Steve Buscemi going, "Hello, fellow kids." You know, yeah.
A lot of my angles are wrecked. That sounds like a line, but maybe you're being correct.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, a lot of my angles are wrecked. Yes.
Is that a
I'm
rap
with
song?
the
I don't
younger
know.
generation.
All of my
Fortnite.
angles are wrecked, but I still come correct.
I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna do this. We're gonna have that. There's like fire going on.
Get the lettering. Ah.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll have a fire. Flame. There's gonna be like little fires.
Wrecked angles. I did not get that joke. That went right over my head.
Yeah, I think it was one that you had to read out loud. Let's see. So I'm gonna have now. Okay, in my mind, the Willendorfs are stone.
Yes.
Right?
That's how Kay drew them. Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
little squat stone people.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have some of them broken apart into different rock pieces.
Oh no, that's tragic.
Yeah.
How did they
But-
explode? Did they combust spontaneously?
This is the chaos that they're coming into. Everything's on fire. People are ripped apart. Who knows, right? It's up to Kay to kind of figure it out. And
Sounds
then
like Wolverine
I do
made an
something.
appearance.
The Willendorfs levitate porta potties. So that's part of their chaos for poop. Yeah, so we're gonna draw like ripped up Willendorfs down here. Yeah. But my question is like, what do the porta potties have to do with things? Like, what's their plan?
It would add chaos, and also one of the suggestions was one of the 10-year-olds wants to see some poop.
True. That is true.
Maybe some flaming.
Actually, it was an adult trying to impress the 10-year-olds by saying poop.
Well, it worked.
Yeah. Let's see. We're gonna.
If you still like flaming porta potties, and then
I think that's the weapon. I think that's what's smashing the Willendorfs.
Oh,
weapon of
is
choice.
the porta potties?
Well, it makes sense. Flying, flaming porta potties smashing Willendorfs. Is the headline in the newspaper on that planet tomorrow.
Yeah, it's one of those headlines that like every sentence is a trip. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna
Flying, fiery porta potties destroy Willendorf's castle.
Yeah. Let's see. Rectangles. I have that. And then
Here comes the poop.
So, Kay, are you wearing a Stoner Cookie Monster t-shirt?
Yep.
Very cool.
Thank you. From Ark Valley Village last week.
oh,
You found it at Value Village?
Value Village, yeah.
Was it already tie-dyed?
Yes.
Wow. Very cool. What a
It
find.
might be like some fraternity or sorority. They're always swiping designs and putting them on tie-dye t-shirts. You know, and they sell it for a fundraiser.
Ah,
Sometimes I find good work there. Yeah, so.
Let's see.
my first foray into weed fashion was when I was in high school, and I was in Army Cadets, but I spent the summer at this place called Ipperwash, and it was like a tourist trap. There's like a beachy tourist trap area nearby that we would go to. And so I got a patch that was like a weed sign symbol with like a peace symbol through it. This was like in the early 90s, you know, with all the patchouli and the hacky sacks and stuff. And everyone used to always give me such a hard time about it, but I was such a smartass. I hadn't smoked at all. Like, this was in high school. I didn't smoke until I moved to Vancouver and I was in my 20s.
And I hadn't smoked it all. So anytime anyone used to give me a hard time about it, because I went to the Catholic school, I would always just be like, I believe in marijuana as a resource for hemp products and paper. It's such a smart ass teenager.
As you should be. As you should be. You know, I mean, everybody is a smart ass teenager. Your 10-year-old nieces are going to become smart ass teenagers.
Oh, they're already smart asses. They're just not teenagers yet.
See, it's going to happen. You can't stop it. You know?
One of them has an older brother who's a teenager, and he's definitely a smart ass. Shout out to Ryan!
Let's see. Dale says, I won't try to impress the youngsters with my lifestyle of non-alcoholic beer, dark chocolates, and Peking duck.
Peking duck! That shit's expensive, man!
Just say no to Peking duck. Peking duck is the gateway to cats and underground comics and studying economics. And Namrath says 300 yes.
Peking duck is very expensive. I've actually had that in Beijing. Me. And there was, it's like one of the most famous restaurants there where they've served like millions of people for over like 100 years or something. But they had like a Chinese clown perform and sing opera while we were eating. It was very interesting.
Interesting.
300 yes. I don't know what 300 means.
Let's see.
300 flaming porta potties?
Let's see. We'll do this.
Do you guys know what they mean by 300?
Nope.
I want to see 300 of them.
300 porta potties?
I'll do the best.
I don't know.
300 pieces of poop?
Oh, that would be a lot. Yeah. So we're just gonna we're gonna smooth that out a little bit. Okay. So far this is what I've come up with for the panel beforehand. I think I need to draw I feel like I need to draw trees or something.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You read my mind.
Yeah.
Like some trees in the white space. You did really good trees that one time. What brush did you use? Those were good trees.
Yes, I'm trying to find it. Again, I'm changed around all my brushes. Oh man, I changed around all my dresses. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with just kind of a
hemp clothes are very scratchy. I agree. I definitely agree on that.
They're not so scratchy if you have a layer between the hemp and your skin.
Yeah, you could do like a light tencel or
yeah, so we're gonna do
a
that.
batiste, a light cotton batiste.
Have the Willem Darsh right there. There's some fire.
300 people. Whoa. They want you to draw 300 people. Those trees are awesome. You just drew 300 trees instead.
Oh, sorry.
Namrath, you're funny. You sweet summer child. And then Dale says, I remember the pre-legalization cannabis fairs with rows of doctors writing prescriptions and dealers selling hemp paper and hemp seed food and hemp shirts. Hemp shirts wear like iron, but they are scratchy and uncomfortable. Magic Marmot says treeple. And then Namarath gives me a little love heart. So thank you, Namarath. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, so we're going to do this. We're going to have them like, you know, they're on their way. And then just to kind of make it a little bit better, I am going to do just like a couple trees in the foreground.
Oh no, don't do that.
No?
You're obscuring the other pig.
No, I'm gonna erase.
You're gonna put him on top.
Yeah, this is.
It'll be a layer. Okay.
Yeah. No. I wouldn't obscure my pigs. Okay, and then we'll do this, and then we go here, and then we don't scare the pigs. See, they're flying over the trees. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's
Dale
just
says
say
there's
the
Peking duck
good
and there's
stuff
Peking duck.
originated in Beijing, which is where I had it. So I had the good stuff.
Good stuff's good stuff. Let's see. Let's do this, and then we'll have that, and then on this layer we will also do leaves. I think
That was the day that I spent 13 hours walking around the Forbidden Palace in China, in Beijing. 13 hours. And all I thought about, well, not all I thought about, but at one point I was like, I bet the eunuchs had calves of steel because they had to shuttle between all these different places, like fast on these little like wooden clip-clop things.
Yeah. Oh, so the porta potties are flying up. I like that.
Oh,
So-
no. It's pretty easy to tell the difference between duck and chicken, though. Duck is really fatty.
Mm-hmm.
What is the next panel? What is panel?
Dorito chips! That's the next panel. Doritos!
Chips. Well, come on. We just had porta potties. We just included a new element. You know, they what are the porta
They're using
potties
their
do?
power.
Well, they're gonna destroy everything. Like, that's a Deus Ex Machina right there.
Yeah.
Willendorf's, they're obliterated. Or they dispense baby bears.
They dispense baby bears. Come on, guys. We got to think about continuity here a little bit. Tonight, my Peking duck was probably cut with chicken. I was too lazy to bring a testing kit to the restaurant.
Zoom in.
I feel that what's gonna happen is the Willendorfs are gonna get obliterated. Where's Dot Badon in all this? Is she outside or inside? Because if she's inside, then she's safe, and then they find a way to tunnel out underground, because that's the only way they're gonna be able to get away from flying, exploding, fiery porta potties.
Well, were the porta potties an attack against the group because they're in the air on pigs right now?
So should they be going up and out, or are they going down and in?
Robin, what?
They could have levitated them.
Oh, so they're going up and out. Okay, my mistake.
That could be. Either way.
Thank goodness. The Willendorfs will be fine.
But it's still raining.
But our people are not going to be fine.
Well, wait a second. Okay, if the Willendorfs are stone people, wouldn't like the nitrates be good for them? Wouldn't that make them stronger?
Well, perhaps. Okay.
I mean,
sure.
you know, if we're gonna have poop, we might as well make it story oriented. You know, so the raining poop makes the Willendorf stronger, right?
That's half the reason why they're doing this. The other half is to attack our crew. So then our crew has to either dodge the flying porta potties or the poop, or they immediately crash to the ground to get away from it all. But if they're going to crash, hopefully they crash near Dot Badon, because we got to move on with this story.
Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. But, you know, people keep introducing elements and stuff. I was like, okay, let's go. You know?
Yeah, that's what happened 15 years ago.
Now, one thing that we did have was like Meow charged up and then nothing happened with Meow. You know, like he charged up last panel and then we didn't do Meow anything.
But then the Kaiju Court came to talk to him and the beavers?
Yeah, because they had to determine if the beavers were under Kaiju rule or not.
Well, no, this is just a sidebar, right? Because we're seeing what's happening to our crew. That Kaiju Court is still happening. We're just not there. We're happening because our crew's not there.
Yeah, so we might come back to it. I don't know. Dale says food counterfeiting is big now. Ever hear of meat glue? Restaurants glue meat scraps together to make steaks. Seafood joints cut scallops out of skate wings with cookie cutters. The canned blueberries in the muffin mix are dyed and flavored peas.
Oh my God, no, I've not heard about any of that.
Yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah, it's a way of saving costs, basically. If you can make one thing taste like something else, you know, but it's make somebody hold on the porta potty. Yeah, so I'm gonna have the Willendorfs standing here.
Who in our crew could withstand the fire of a porta potty?
I don't know. They're above it all. Okay, they're. I think that the porta potty is well lifted up, and there's raining poop. Our guys were too high above it before it started raining. You know.
Yeah, but the fire could affect them.
Yeah, but they're again too high above the fire. They're flying, you know, towards the fire, but they're not over the fire.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Sorry.
So, yeah.
Sorry, Namaroth. Nobody's going to hold on to a porta potty. No one. Unless you do a giant close-up of one and you show, like, a little screaming snail. Actually, you could do that. That would be pretty funny. I've got a snail that you could use as a model reference here. There's the snail.
A snail screams in terror.
It's just, like, chilling out on one of the porta potties.
Let's see. Namrod says, make somebody hold on to the porta potty. Pies.
No, that means please.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
please.
Okay. And the Magic Marmot says they don't have handles. Well, that's not true. They have one handle. It's the door. They have the door handle. But if you pull onto it, wouldn't it open up the porta potty and then you yourself are being rained with poop?
Yeah, and the poop is only going to affect positively the Willendorfs. Sorry, that's just the poop magic.
If porta potties, then it's probably that like blue sludgy stuff too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they going to turn into mutant Wallendorfs like Daredevil?
Dale says the fries at Jack in the Box from bleached carrots and tofu. And then Jeremy says this is taking one strange turn. Yeah, Dale, I think you're going down conspiracy rabbit hole stuff now. A little bit, but you know, that's just me. Yeah.
We don't have Jack in the Box in Canada, so I guess that's okay.
You're not missing anything. You know, it's okay. You know, my only positive memories of Jack in the Box are the fact that there was one kitty corner to my high school, so that's just where everyone hung out.
I remember anytime we went down to the States and I ate there, that their bread was always really greasy.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right. Yeah. Okay. So after the Willendorfs become super powerful from the flying poop, then what happens? Do our crew fly over them? Do we go back to Meow? What happens?
I don't know. Namara says CT and then says mouth. I don't know what that means.
I'm not sure.
Is that 10-year-old TikTok speak?
Possibly.
They don't speak in full sentences anymore.
I don't know. Again, I'm not cool enough for TikTok.
I call it TikTok, but it's not really TikTok. It's all those little videos you see on Facebook or Instagram.
That is
the
called
reels.
Your IG story or IG reel.
Yeah, all that stuff. I call that all TikTok. It's not really TikTok, but that was the advent of everybody watching these 30-second videos all the time.
No, that's not true. Vine beat TikTok.
Oh, you're right. There was Vine. That's true. Yeah. That's right. There was Vine. I forgot about Vine.
Yeah, Dale says you don't have Jack in the Box savages. And then Magic Marmot says we have Rat in a Box. Namaroth says, yeah! And then Dale Clip says, shouldn't porta potties have legs like Baba Yaga's chicken house to be truly portable?
That's an interesting idea. I kind of like it. I like the idea of Baba Yaga legs.
Yeah, but a porta potty with Baba Yaga legs, that's dangerous.
That's cool.
As we know how chickens poop. Oh, yeah. Continually, everywhere.
All the time.
But it would explain how the Wallendorfs figured out how the poop would make them magical.
That's true.
If there was poop everywhere, they'd just be like, wait a minute, and then all of a sudden they're magic. And they're like, wait a minute.
Let's see. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy these guys and go copy VT, and then we're gonna move you guys over here. We're gonna have so many.
It's an army.
Yeah. Let's see. And T, and then we're gonna do that. Okay, and then we will we'll erase some stuff. Yeah. So there they are. I kind of figured it out.
Oh, I had my first old lady appointment this week.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
What's that?
I got orthotics.
Ooh, orthotics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do your feet feel better?
Actually, yeah. It's my first day with them, and it's working out pretty decent.
That is why.
Yeah,
this is why you allow yourself to go to the doctor. When you live in a country where you don't have to pay for it, go to the doctor.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I paid $550 for these orthotics.
Well, is it outside of the regular?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the Canadian healthcare plan that things are outside of. Eyes, glasses, teeth, and then feet stuff. It's not part of the healthcare plan.
Yeah, so we gotta draw like raining poop somehow, and so I'm thinking I
like that Zot effect of lightning.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
I like that a lot.
I don't know how you're gonna show the raining poop effect.
I am gonna get a rough brush.
Well, I had 3 different insoles in my shoes trying to help me feel better. And it's just the fact that now that I have a pair that fit my body that it works.
Also buying good shoes, like Merrell's.
Yeah, well, these are like work shoes, right? And the other thing too is I'm standing like 10 hours a day and there's no mats anywhere, and that's the problem, because I had this before when I lived in China, when there was concrete everywhere. There was no grass or carpet or anything soft, cushiony, and when I was walking everywhere. But as soon as I moved back to Canada, it went away, right? Because it's like there's grass, there's carpet and stuff, there's soft places for my feet.
Yeah.
But now I'm like working these super long hours on hard concrete standing all day. So I have pretty good shoes, but it's not like I'm still standing on nothing soft. Because I used to work for 8 hours at this place called Fabricland, which is a fabric store, and it's standing too, but we had mats at every table. It really makes a difference.
Yeah, I know in America you can request stuff like that, and it's a business expense.
Wow.
Like, I don't know about in Canada if you can do that, where you can say, "Hey, can you buy some mats for me?"
Oh well, no, but this is not my job. Like, this is my job. My boss will never get mats.
Jeremy says, I had orthotics for a long time, or inserts at least. Dale says, old lady appointments, they treat lady part problems with shoes. This explains why my girlfriend likes foot rubs.
That's right. I need, every time I have a lady problem, I need a Louboutin.
And then Dale says, the first time I got squishy New Balance sneakers, it was like walking on marshmallow.
Yeah, at the orthotic place, they had a ton of New Balance shoes.
Yeah.
A ton.
So, Kay, you're going to draw the last panel, which is going to be panel 9. And let me put you up. And so what happens after the Willendorfs are empowered with poop? The raining poop makes the Willendorf stronger and to attack the group. Stronger to attack the group, sorry.
If they're stronger to attack the group, are they going to use Care Bear stare powers to knock the people out of the sky?
Yeah, I guess we have flying pigs.
Or are they going to actually land in the chaos to save Dapadan?
Well, we don't know where Dapadan is in the chaos yet.
No, but they have to land and go look for her if they're going to do that.
Jeremy says I was supposed to have a dentist appointment last Friday, but it was canceled because my insurance could no longer be used under their new policy. Oh,
Yeah.
ouch, that sucks.
That's another one. Like, I got my tax return, and it's the only reason I've been able to for the orthotics, and then I had to pay another $800 to get a root canal last week. Again, none of it paid for by my Canadian healthcare. None of it.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
I could be worse.
Good
I mean,
job.
if I was in the States, it'd probably be 3 times that.
So, Kay, I said that they're stronger to attack the group here. So, on your panel, you said that they, the Willendorfs became stronger. Do you mind rewording that for me?
Okay,
what are they doing now that they're stronger? That's my question.
Yes, the importance of comfy shoes. That's and comfy chairs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. It wasn't until about like maybe 10 years ago that I finally was like, you need to spend more than $30 on the shoes that you wear every day.
Yeah, Dale's advice is so wise. I'm putting it up on the screen. Most of us ignore ergonomics when young, which break us. Adulthood is the realization of the importance of comfy chairs.
I should be clear too about the Canadian healthcare system. Like, if I was dying and they took me to the hospital, like, they would look after me and I would not be presented with a giant bill. That's how it's different from you guys.
Yeah. I realize that stuff that they consider extra, like feet and teeth and stuff that you have to pay for, but it's still a lot cheaper than $100,000 bills because you end up getting hit by a bus.
This last month, they passed a law and put into place a teeth plan for insurance plan for seniors.
Nice.
So now, like, seniors get covered for their teeth at least.
Okay, the Willendorfs use their poop strength to attack.
For what procedure was $6,000?
That's like regular dental procedures in the United
God
States. Yeah, it's awful. And like I said, even though you guys have to pay, it's still a lot lower than the American cost of things. So
Namrith wants you to know dog, and hi.
Yes, I see the dogs. Yes.
Dog.
Endoscopy, says Magic Marmot.
When dog has a hat.
Ouch, endoscopy. Yeah, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Willendorfs use their poop strength to attack.
Their poop powers.
Their poop powers. Yeah, I'm gonna put up my guy real quick before we go back there, and I just want to emphasize the fact that I really went for grungy brush.
Yeah, no, that's pretty poop-like, I gotta admit.
Yeah. So, and I even added some ink droplets, so it's like, it feels wet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yes.
Gross.
And
Gross.
I also want to present
By the power of Poop Skull.
by the power of Poop Skull. Yes, I also want to present Archimedes, who's been hanging out in cat cam with us.
Looking so cute.
Yeah, being a cutie pie. I'll scratch him. He's like, I gotta stretch. Yeah.
I tried to get mine to come into my room, but she wouldn't. She wanted to stay out by the window. So.
That's understandable. Windows are very important to cats.
They are. They're a lifeline.
They
to
are
their
a lifeline.
soul.
Yes. Now we have 2 minutes, so if you don't finish by the end, that's okay. You can finish it to your appreciation and stuff like that. But I do want to thank you for coming on the show and drawing with us today. And I really miss drawing with you, like we used to do back in the olden days when we had no call screener and we had no caller ID, and it was just random people calling.
Technically, isn't this the same? These random people, they could say anything. These random people.
Well, these random people I all invited, and you invited.
That's true.
Stuff, so yes, but we had randos call sometimes, and I remember more than once "show me your boobs" being asked of me, and then a quick hang up. You know,
One
but we also
time-
do good stuff.
When I did my radio show, somebody called from New Zealand
Yeah.
and they were like, "We need you to be more explicit when you talk about these adult comics." And I was like, no.
Yeah. Dale says, I worked for a dental tech company for a while. I went to trade shows and saw stuff designed for ergonomics. Amazing chairs, easy to hold hand tools, computer keyboards for your feet. It sucks most of our furniture and cookware and toilets and cars are super not ergonomic. Professional truck drivers have driver seats that are like a seat on a spaceship because leg blood clots and hemorrhoids are killers. And then Jeremy goes, ew. And then Namroth goes, I think.
Namrith also wanted to know how old you are, and I think we should, well, I don't know which you they were referring to, but I'm 48.
I turned 40 last year. I'm going to be 41 next month.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty quick.
And I just turned 63.
Yeah, so we are a wide spectrum. Our Archimedes is probably about a year. You
Nice.
know? And so I have some other cats. One of my cats is 12 years old. And
I can't
Jeremy
believe
says
that
happy
my
early
cat's
birthday.
7.
Jeremy
Jeremy's
says
33 and a half.
33 and a half. Yay! I remember when I was 33.
Dale's
Dale
58.
says 58. See, we have a broad range of people.
Yay. And I work with 15-year-olds. Yay! And 18-year-olds.
A girl needs to eat.
Yeah, it's true. No, I love it, man. I just listen to them all the time. Like, a bunch of them went to this Olivia Rodrigo concert, and they're like, "Are you gonna wear purple? I'm gonna wear purple. I'm gonna wear this." It was just like, oh my god, it just took me back to when I was that age. I thought it was adorable.
Yeah. Magic Marmot says 61.95, so he's about ready to have a birthday too.
Yeah, coming up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all very young at heart, I would say,
and then
all of us.
says 9.
Oh, they're 9. Okay, well, I
Yeah.
was doing an average on their ages. I couldn't remember if they were 9 or 10, but 10 is pretty close to 9.
9's a pretty good age. You know, 9,
Yep.
you're starting to figure out the world a little bit. You're figuring out patterns, you know.
Oh, they're more than that. You know,
You're
you
not-
should know by these generations now know so much more than that by 9.
Well, oh, I suppose I'm going to run into that with Annabelle.
Yes.
She
yes.
is 3. She's going to be 4 in November.
Oh, she's a little bit older than I realized. I thought she was young, closer to 2.
No, she turned 3 in November, and so
Nice.
she's late, you know. So she hasn't gone to preschool yet because she was too young for it last year, and so
Mhm.
this year she's going to go into it. And so yeah, she's a late bloomer. She's gonna.
There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is in the past they used to say that if you were a late bloomer, you were like, you just learn the hard way, and it's like no, everybody learns at different speeds, and I don't think that's a bad thing.
It's her age, okay? And Ian, you know, he taught high school English for 17 years, so he has classes and teaching and stuff. And he basically says that, like, you know, for younger kids, those that are born earlier in the year are older than the other kids that are born later in the year, right? But sometimes when they're born so late in the year, they're like not held a year back, but they start a little later, so they're older than the kids that are born.
That's exactly
year,
what
right?
happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. Because
Yeah,
my mom had a choice. I was born in December, and so it was like the end of end of the year, and so she was like, I don't want to set my daughter up to fail by putting her in a class where she's the youngest of everybody.
Exactly.
So she put me
And
in, she held me back so that I was the oldest of everybody.
Yeah, so when you're in high school and stuff, it's not as big a difference, right? But when you're in first grade or second grade, it's a tremendous difference between those months.
Yeah.
And so, so if you're like, if you're late birthday in the year, you know, sometimes it gives you an advantage in school.
Namorth is trying to let us know that we're going overtime.
Yeah, I realize that. I know we're 30.
But that's okay. We're allowed. It's our channel.
It's my show, and I was trying to give Kay some time.
Yeah, because look what she's drawing. That's excellent.
Yes, because we have them ready to attack, and don't forget that
so
Philo's
much character.
Philo turned into a girl at the party. and Philo hasn't turned back. And I believe that Bluto is also a girl puma, and I believe that we have a girl dog.
So many girls. All these girls.
Well, they're in the land of Philo. Remember, like
Yep.
as soon as the testosterone came in, they destroyed everything. You know.
Now it's nothing but estrogen, baby.
All right. So now Navroth does have a pretty good point. Dale says when young, the difference of a year is huge. When a year is 1/10 of your life. When I worked at Apple, I had to explain to 20-somethings who the Beatles were and what basements are.
Oh my gosh. One time I went into Best Buy and I asked this kid who worked there, I was like, do you have any record players? He's like, I don't know. But we have turntables.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing, right?
Well, you can't chastise someone for their inexperience with things, you know?
That's true.
I mean, there's been times when I've run across something and I didn't understand it, and it's just because I didn't have experience with it, right? But it was from a time earlier than me, right? Like think of like a repeatograph pen for a second, right? A repeatograph pen by today's standards is kind of ancient technology. There's just better pens out there. And so the meticulous way that you take apart a repeatograph, that you clean it and everything like that, it's like unneeded knowledge that I have now, right? But the first time I ever encountered one, I had no idea what I was doing. You know, I broke my first one trying to clean it, you know, and my dad had to teach me, you know, how to clean it and stuff like that. But he remembered using them, and that was his experience, right? But I was stupid. I destroyed my first pen. My first.
Oh, you live and learn. Did you destroy another one after that?
Oh, I have destroyed many of repeatograph. And Dale is a penophile, and so he's saying repeatograph pen. Patooey.
That sounded really bad, Amber. I know what you said, but it could have been misconstrued.
Oh, no, I didn't mean, no. P-E-N.
I know, I got it, because then you started talking about, because you were talking about pens, but at the same time, you said it so fast, I was what?
Okay. No. Maybe I should say a plumophile, because plume is the French word for pen. Yeah.
No, stylo.
The version of disposable liner.
The French word for pen is stylo.
Stylo? Well,
maybe that's French Canadian, I don't know, but that's when we use the stylo.
Wait. Okay, French word for pen. Let me go here. Stylo. Yeah, according to that. I wonder what plume is.
Well, it's probably a feather pen, like a quill.
Because I was under the impression that nom de plume means name of the pen.
Yeah, plume in English means feather, or in French, a plume is a feather. So it's like a quill. When you say, like, when you use a pen with a feather, we call that a quill in English.
Okay.
In French, it's plume.
Okay, that makes sense, because again, I always thought that plume was.
But specifically, it is a feather, because you can also say that she wore a plume in her chapeau. Right?
You know,
a feather in her hat.
Have you ever seen that I Love Lucy episode where she's trying to learn French and they say la plume is on la table, right?
So that'd be the feather is on the table.
Yeah, but he used a pen, right? So I think plume might be an old French word for pen.
Maybe. Well, yeah, it could be like feather. Quill.
Yeah, you know, and it's just kind of interesting. Yeah, name of the feather. I'm a proud member of the Pen 15 Club, says Dale, and we are way over time, by the way. So I'm gonna stop it there, because I know that you two girls are tired because you're way ahead of me. And then I am gonna say this is an awesome panel by Kay, and
I would only request that you color in the poop brown or black so we know it's poop.
And then I'm gonna say thank you to Archimedes for being that.
I'll put in a pat's on.
I'll turn off my panel. I will say goodbye, Miss Robin. I always enjoy having you here. And then I'm gonna say goodbye, Miss Kay. And I always enjoy having you here as well. And thank you for taking a lot of pressure off of me today. I really appreciate that. And then it's me. And so thank you everyone for joining me, for Dale, Micro, Namaroth, Jeremy. Gosh, we had Magic Marmot stop by. I had a few other people stop in from YouTube today. And I'm going to put up the credits on the screen now. And yeah, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in the future. Have a good one.